In 2008, the world slumped into the global financial crisis. But how did it happen? The GFC was caused in large part by a sharp increase in debt that wound up in default. The global response to this by central banks was largely to buy up assets, mostly government bonds, and this pushed down interest rates and encouraged even more borrowing. That is, the response to a meltdown in borrowing was to incentivize even more borrowing. 25 years ago, the value of the worldwide debt market was about 12 trillion US dollars. Now it's about 100 trillion US dollars, give or take, while the value of worldwide GDP is something like $80 trillion. That's just an extraordinary amount of debt sloshing around the world. Can this end well? I don't mean that as a leading question. I honestly don't know the answer. But the reality is that nobody does. All any of us can do is to try to work through the scenario through foundational financial principles and speculate. Now, in managerial finance, we'll cover these foundations: time value of money, arbitrage, risk, diversification. And obviously, it's an introductory class, so it's not overly technical, but everything we talk about is going to apply to any realm of finance, from personal finance to financial services to corporate finance, all the way up to these huge, almost too big to comprehend arenas like central banks and macroeconomic policy. Managerial finance is a jumping off point for students to consider financial problems of every size.